feel like taking off my coat. Yeah. Oh. Lifelong Midwesterner, and still don't like the winter that much, but well, I'm not alone on that one. I know I do a lot more grunting outside because I just want to get somewhere, and of course, well, at my age, there's going to be more aches and pains anyway. I know one time I did that last week, and somebody said, "Are you all right?" It's like, oh, yeah, I guess it didn't occur to me that somebody might actually be paying attention to what I'm doing. Oh, right, now for regularly scheduled jokes and stories. Always things happen in my life. It's eggnog season, and I posted about that on Facebook, and I got 3 likes already. And so yes, it's nice when I get likes with Facebook postings. I'm still trying to figure out what people are more likely to enjoy. I guess it's relatable, so yay for that. I'm like, 3 people already liked it. Hopefully more. Except what I did this time, I normally don't do. I was at Aldi, and I guess I just wanted to get everything all at once, and all I found was half-gallon containers, jugs, and usually I just get a quart, and it's like, well, yeah, that I may have to change that to just a quart a week until the end of the season, which is normally New Year's Day, because I don't want to gain too much weight. But it's good stuff. It usually doesn't last long once I get it at home. Gotta be honest about that. I like things that taste good. And, I know that I'm already a little careful about what I get for eggnog, because there was one time I got soy milk eggnog saying, oh, I want to try that. That has to be pretty good too. Nope. Gotta be cow milk eggnog, I guess. And I see all kinds of things while I'm out and about. And I know in my neighborhood from time to time, I'll see live turkeys crossing the street. I know when I saw this month, it's like, somebody needs to tell the turkeys, hey, it's November, you might want to be careful this month so you don't become food for somebody. Because I'm sure there might be somebody out there that's desperate. It's like, oh, I don't have a turkey yet, I'll just run over this one. Except they still have to clean it, so that may not be all that much fun. I know that growing up in Iowa, people would talk about, what is it, deer hitting cars, yeah. And then they'd say, well, is the deer still out there? Because if it hits the car, you can keep the meat. It's like, well, I'm not a deer hunter, so I guess I didn't know about that law. There is such a law. Opportunists, nothing wrong with that at times, I guess. Always have plenty of things to do, chores and errand running over the weekend as well. I like going to the library to print things, because I don't have a printer in my apartment, but I can see weird things there, same as anywhere else. Like this weekend, I was just doing my thing, and then I noticed after a while I heard somebody snoring. It's like, oh, my neighbor fell asleep in front of his computer, and then after a few minutes he woke up again. And yes, I do believe in sleeping dogs lie. I didn't want to be that asshole that wakes him up, because I guess I didn't want somebody swearing at me or possibly punching me or things like that. I am aware that some people are like that, but it's like, no, I don't believe in pranking people. I never like being pranked. So, yes, that ended well as it should. We have freedom of choice here. Oh, the next thing. There was a next thing there. Oh, yes, over the weekend I saw a movie. I saw Motherless Brooklyn, that one with Ed Norton playing somebody with Tourette's syndrome. And I was next to somebody who laughed every time one of those tics would happen. And it's like, well, there's nothing funny to me about that. What I responded to best in that movie was how they had plenty of scenes at a jazz club. And it's like, all right, that's performing. I like that, especially music. Especially when the performer talked off stage about performing, saying, yeah, it's fun to be on stage, but then you've got the rest of the day when you're off stage. And it's kind of like what I said about performing, where we have to do it to be happy, but sometimes it's a more of a curse than a blessing. Even Eminem wrote about that in one of his songs. I know other people have as well. It's nice to see honesty that performers have about performing. Yeah, there was another one I was getting to. Oh yes, haircut. Yeah, I did that. Somebody might have noticed that from the past week or past 2 weeks or whatever. And I liked how I didn't have to wait as long as it looked like I would when I signed in. They said almost a 2-hour wait. But it's just like when I'm doing karaoke. If somebody doesn't answer the call, they move on to the next person. They want to keep the line moving. So it's like, cool. It was supposed to be a 2-hour wait, and I got in and out in less than an hour. And the haircutter recognized me from before. He kept calling me young man. It's like, oh, I guess he's trying really hard to be flattering, but it's still weird nonetheless to call me young man, because I got used to hearing that when I was still in school, much younger than I am right now. But it's customer service. I guess it works with most people. It kind of works with me. So I guess that'll do it for me. Thank you. You've all been great.